Welcome back to a brand new video, guys. Here's what you can expect in this video. I become a kebab critic. I visit an old World War II bunker which has now been converted into an art gallery. 2,700 euros. And then finally, I go on a bicycle tour of the beautiful Cologne with a new friend. This is a Prost to all the monks. And if you do enjoy the video, please take a second to hit the like button, because this gives me inspiration to keep on making videos. Let's begin. 3, 2, 1. It's a fresh day here in Cologne, but one thing that isn't feeling so fresh today is me. I might have drank one too many of those deceptively small beers yesterday, and I've woken up with a slight headache, but that's the consequence of drinking alcohol. So right now, first things first, I need to get some food. So I'm making my way to one of the major and main roads here in Cologne. Along this particular road, there's a large Turkish community, and I know that Turkish people make one of the best cuisine, some of the best, most delicious food in the world. So that's what I'm on the hunt for right now. And then after that, I'm going to visit the biggest mosque in Cologne. What I'm really excited to see with my own eyes and also to share with you guys is the architecture of this particular mosque. According to my friend, and also when I had a quick look on Google, is like nothing I've ever seen before. Guys, you're gonna have to bear with me right now. If I'm slurring my words or my sentences don't make any sense, that is because I haven't been able to find my kebab. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Juma Mubarak. How are you? Assalamu alaikum. So as you just saw, ladies and gentlemen, I unfortunately couldn't go into the mosque. Well, at least not with my giant camera, but I was able to record some footage using my mobile phone. So let's roll the clip. Interestingly, this mosque is not only the biggest in Cologne, which in and of itself is a great achievement, it is actually the largest mosque in the whole of Germany. As you can probably expect, it cost a little bit more than a few euros. In fact, the total cost to construct the mosque was a gargantuan 15 to 20 million pounds. Quite a bit of money, right? That didn't go quite as planned. They have more security in this mosque than the White House in America. Because of some legal contract between the architect and the mosque, you're not allowed to film in there, not at least on a professional camera. So when I walked up with my gigantic camera, immediately I got stopped. The security guard was so kind and so friendly. Howdy, partner! So understanding and patient, and he explained the situation for me.
24 hours later.
It's a new day here in Cologne, but I have some unfinished business. I know it's not good to think about the past, but this needs to be dealt with. And that is, yesterday I set myself the quest, the goal, to find the best kebab in Cologne. Oh, Ronaldo! Time is precious, and that's why I've opted for a different mode of transport today. I'm giving my legs a little break, and I'm using one of these awesome bicycles. This is one of the many inner city parks that you can find here in Cologne. I don't know if you can see, but there's multiple barbecues going down, and if you cannot see them, I can tell you if you was here, you could definitely smell them. Sometimes it's fun to use your inner compass and your inner sat-nav, but oftentimes it's not very reliable, it's not very dependable.
Can you guess what happened next?
That is certainly what has happened in my case right now. I wanted to go to one place in the city centre, the cathedral, and thanks to my inner compass, my broken inner compass, I accidentally went in the complete opposite direction. And now I'm a couple of kilometers from the place that I want to be. But I've been enjoying the sunshine, and I've seen some new parts of the city. I have no idea what's just happened, but one moment there was no people and then all of a sudden I'm in tourist central. Look at all these people. Beep beep, coming through Shordigung.
Now it's time for the moment you've all been waiting for.
Kebab time!
Turkish uncle approves. So the neighborhood that I currently find myself in has a pretty simple nickname, beautiful kebab there. It's called Mini Istanbul, and the reason for that is guten Tag, hello. The reason it's called Mini Istanbul is very simple, as you could probably guess. There's a lot of Turkish restaurants here, and that means one thing, a lot of kebabs. Okay guys, I think I've made a good choice. I've got some local friendly Germans here.
Hi.
And they've told me that this is one of the best, so yeah, I'm gonna give it a go. Here goes. That's a giant kebab. Do you think you could eat all of that?
Yes.
No problem.
No problem.
Not a problem. In one day.
One meal for one day.
A lot of protein. The hard work today. Everybody wants their kebab. Merhaba arkadaş, nasılsın? Okay, it's my turn, guys. Gonna have to go. Yeah, let's go. Yes. Thank you. Lütfen. Cheese. Peynir. Hayır. Thank you. Perfect. Kanka ne kadar? Ne kadar? You can't come to Deutschland without getting yourself a kebab, guys. And what better place to enjoy it than right in front of the cathedral? So yeah, let's have a look what we're working with here. If I can get into it. It's like I'm playing a game of Pass the Parcel. Right, here we go. Let's open it up. It's looking pretty inviting, I'm not going to lie. As far as bread buns go, the bread looks very healthy. My first mouthful. Time for a kebab review. What did I think of that kebab? Was it delicious? Was it not? I would like to begin this critique by firstly saying that kebab is not a sustainable diet. I would strongly discourage you from eating that every single day because it makes you feel very lethargic. It's got astronomical levels of fat in it and salt and God knows what else. But you know, it tasted pretty good. There was a lot of salad in there, so that has to count for something. It's got to counteract the bad things to a degree. Plenty of sauce. They're not messing about. The service was good. I enjoyed it. Overall, it was a positive experience. The bread, my God, how can I forget about the bread? The bread was lightly toasted. Ordinarily, this is not the case. I was in Turkey for 2.5 months, and this was a rarity. Can you guess where I am, guys? Can you take any guesses? Right now, I'm in an original World War II bunker, which fortunately no longer serves the purpose of housing people due to airstrikes. Now it serves a different purpose. It has been changed into a gallery. That's right. If you walk around, there are many different pieces of art. And I have to say, my goodness, collecting art is not a cheap hobby. Let me show you some pieces. This price here, 1,800 euros for this. The art is different. It's definitely an unusual style. I don't really know what this is supposed to represent, but again, 1,950 euros. Here we have an interesting collection. It looks like the fairy godmother or Cinderella. And if you're interested in buying this, it will cost you 2,700 euros. Definitely out of my budget, but for anybody watching, there you go. But it's a really cool environment. As you can see, walking around in this bunker is actually quite chilling because once upon a time, people had to flee their homes, take refuge in here in order to avoid the airstrikes which were being dropped on them and causing complete havoc and chaos. Right guys, so the next place that I'm visiting today is a train station. And what's really special about this train station is, as you will see right now, not only is there an awesome saxophone player, but you have this really, really different, and it's difficult to describe. On first impressions, it looks like something from a Terry Pratchett novel. As you can see, there's a lot of strange things going on. Over here, you have this. That's really awesome. Maybe I'll get that as a tattoo. That is cool. You got this whale. Super, super creative street art. Look at it, and it's all around. From this side, up over the arch. That's cool. I can appreciate this. Here's some chess-themed street art. The next place on the agenda is a super cool and rather hip bar here in the middle of the neighborhood. From the outside, it actually looks like a scrapyard, a place where people come to dispose of cars that have been into accidents, as you can see. And then when you come inside, you are welcome to a great atmosphere. There's lots of people enjoying a nice cold, mainly alcoholic beverage, and just chilling out, as you should do on a Sunday afternoon. When people think of Cologne, they often think of the cathedral, and they're missing out, because if you come to this awesome neighborhood called Ehrenfeld, you can actually see this magnificent lighthouse. However, I am a little bit confused about why it's here, because lighthouses are typically on the ocean and I don't see any water. If you ever come to Germany, you will see many little shops, all of which are called kiosks. What makes these particular types of shops unique compared to, for example, Aldi and Lidl, the bigger supermarkets, is their opening hours. Typically, the kiosks have longer opening hours. Some of them, in fact, are 24 hours. And I want to share with you an important local German phrase, which is Wege, which is Wege.
There's no E.
Beep beep, coming through. So here we are, guys, at the oldest cemetery in the whole of Cologne. Some of these gravestones are quite impressive. Can we see, are they all quite Christian in nature? Yeah, you've got the crucifix there. Pardon? Oh really? They're gonna get even more majestic and big. So the German phrase I want to share with you today, guys, is Wege Bier. And you might be wondering, what the hell does that mean? Well, let's break it down. I'm sure you can all guess what beer means. Beer is beer. Surprise, surprise. And Wege, the important German phrase I want to share with you, is Wegbier. Don't worry, I'm going to explain what it means now. The English translation of Weg would be way. Therefore, in English, it would be called a way beer, which makes complete sense since the way beer is usually drunk whilst walking or making your way to, for example, a nightclub. That brings us to the end of today's German lesson. There we go, guys. Protected by an angel. These are insane. And what are the dates? 1886. Is it common in German culture for the whole family to be buried together? Because I see multiple names on the gravestones, like... Okay, it's like old-fashioned. Oh my goodness. Look at the size of these gravestones. Wow. Quite something. This has to be hands down one of the biggest graves I've ever seen. Oh my god. This guy must have been quite important, I guess. These two graves on either side, I'm going to hazard a guess, are his beloved family members. Breaking news, I come to you with an emergency report, direct live from the biggest and the oldest graveyard here in Cologne. I've just found out that there are parrots here. How cool is that? And you can hear them up above in the canopy, up in the trees above. If you're wondering why I'm sweating so profusely, it's because I just cycled up. Actually, it wasn't that big of a hill, but it's so hot. The view that I want to show you now is such an interesting contrast. You have this giant block of concrete which is supporting the bridge, and then over in the distance is the beautiful dome, the Cologne Cathedral. You have this modern piece of architecture, and then you have this ancient 600-year-old cathedral. I trust Wikipedia. I don't know why you can't reference it in your academic work. Who's ready for an interesting fact? The name of this hill in German is Trümmer Berg, and don't worry, I'm going to translate it for you non-German speaking viewers. Trümmer Berg means debris hill. Debris is essentially, for example, if there's an explosion caused by a bomb or if there's an earthquake, it's all the pieces of the materials that have been blown apart. So lots of pieces of concrete and rock and stone. Over the course of World War II, the debris accumulated and accumulated. It was piled up onto this hill. The government, I believe, have put a coat of concrete over it, turning it into a hill. I've never seen this before. This guy's juggling for the entertainment of the people waiting to go. I'm interested to see what happens next. It's pretty badass. Woo! Bravo! After the big bike ride and exploration of Cologne today, my belly is rumbling, so it's time to have some delicious food. And we've come to a local Sick Kofti place. How do you pronounce baklava?
Yes, baklava.
Very sticky and very delicious. This is my falafel, my friend.
Yes.
Teşekkürler ederim kanka. Here's all the ingredients. The final ingredient, the falafel. Oh wow, that's a good amount of food. I'll take it. I've lost some. No, I don't like the way.
That's enough.
Thank you, Kanka. Okay, guys, time to do a food review. Here's the falafel and
Favorite code.
Ah, guck mal hier. My favorite code? Schreckenskammer.
Okay guys, I've gone back to my English roots. I'm drinking large beers, or as we call them in England, pints. And what's really interesting about this one is that here we have a man of religion, none other than a priest, enjoying a nice cold beer. And I was very, very curious as to why is there a monk or a priest on this glass of beer. So I asked my new friends, and they were very kind enough to share a interesting history lesson with me, which I'm going to repeat to you right now. So many, many centuries ago, the monks here in Germany went through periods of fasting, which means they were not able to consume any solid food. But what it didn't mean they couldn't drink beer. So these clever monks, what they did, they actually went ahead and brewed their own type of beer, and that's what you can see here. So this is a toast, this is a prost to all the monks drinking beer. Cheers.